Welcome back to Wake Up Today. Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard is going to play a big role, or is playing a big role, in the Navy's billion-dollar cruiser modification program. Now, the program is going to extend the full service life of the Navy's 22 cruisers. These are the cruisers that defend Hawaii and the U.S. Pacific Fleet from enemy missile attacks. Here to talk more about that and this innovative program to improve the Pacific Fleet, our shipyard commander, Admiral Greg Thomas, BAE Systems Coordinator Manager Jeff Connors, and Shipyard Project Manager Ivy Kairos. There we go. Morning to you, sir.
Morning.
Talk about this program and what it means to the Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard.
Okay, it's very important not only to the Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard but to our Navy and to our nation. So there's three important points. One is our Navy needs at least 313 ships. We currently have about 287. So doing this midlife upgrade to USS Chosin is essential to having her be part of that 313 ship Navy that we're going to have in the year 2020 and beyond. So it's important we make this investment now to get her upgraded, modernized, to be one of those ships that will serve our nation in 2020. Second, and beyond. Second, she's a ballistic missile defense ship. So in addition to the conventional missions we've had cruisers and destroyers do over the years, we now have a new mission for them, which is called ballistic missile defense. They provide the credible sea-based defense against potential adversaries launching ballistic missiles against our nation, our island, our home. And the third important point is that these cruiser midlife upgrades, and followed soon after that by the destroyer midlife upgrades, bring about $50 million worth of revenue into the shipyard and BAE and into our home here. And during the 6 months of these upgrades, there's about 500 to 600 additional jobs that need to be, that are available to our island neighbors here in Hawaii. So it's essential for those three reasons.
Jeff, you're with BAE Systems. Can you describe the public partnership that's going on right now with the USS Chosin and what's going on?
Yes, Jai, our public-private partnership is a very positive working relationship between the private sector and the public sector in the shipyard. BAE's been accomplishing maintenance on the cruisers, destroyers, and frigates in Pearl Harbor for about 5 years now. In 2009, we did 8 overhauls of those ships. The main work on the Chosin is two things. One is to convert all the steam equipment on the ship to electric equipment. The second big alteration is to strengthen the hull mod, the hull girder, so it strengthens the whole ship for seakeeping. In 2014, we'll do a combat systems upgrade on the Chosin, and we also have overhauls on the USS Port Royal and the USS Lake Erie to extend their service lives to 40 years in the future.
Ivy is project manager at the Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard. What's most interesting about projects like this?
Well, as a project manager, I oversee all repair and modernization work performed on board the ship to make sure that we complete it on time and within budget. That's very important.
Those are difficult things to do.
I'm also the funds administrator, and I also make sure that every tax dollar that our shipyard spends, we get what we pay for. The most interesting part of this cruiser modification for me is how it positively impacts the sailors' quality of life when they're out at sea, away from their families, for sometimes months at a time.
Sure. When
we do this, it's sort of like an extreme makeover, you know, on a house. We're going to make this ship look so cool. One of the small jobs that we're going to be doing is we're going to convert from steam to electric, as Jeff said. And with respect to hot water production, this will make it so much easier for the ship to maintain, which will make their life at sea a whole lot easier. It's also, I'm very passionate about this. I have 3 children and 6 grandchildren, and some of these men and women on board our ships, they're the same age as my children.
Yeah.
So I always have to remind myself that what we are doing is to help them go to sea to defend my family, this state, and our nation. And anything we can do to help them is a beautiful thing.
Like you said, even the small creature comforts. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. And Admiral, we're losing you. Well, you're not losing you, but you're leaving the islands.
Yes, sir, I am. I've been serving here at Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard for the past 36 months. Was selected to go be the shipyard commander at Norfolk Naval Shipyard on the East Coast. So I'll be leaving the proud men and women of our Noko'oi Shipyard. Good news is I'll be relieved by Captain Brian Osgood, who's currently serving on the staff of the Chief of Naval Operations. Brian's very familiar with the shipyard. Shipyard's familiar with him. He served here twice before. Very capable officer. In fact, he was operations officer for me for 2 years. So the success of the yard in the past few years really has been, he's been a big part of that.
Well,
so,
our loss is their gain.
and I want to thank you and the people here at KHO and for all the support you provided the Navy. It's vital to know that you're behind us, you know, not only the sailors that go to sea on our ships and submarines, but also their families. So thank you very much for being part of that bigger Navy team.
Thanks, Admiral. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Wake Up Today is going to continue. We're going to have top headlines coming up. Thanks for starting your Thursday morning with us. We'll be right back.